Hello, Alabama. Albert Hill 4 and the impact on Alabama's recruiting. The cornerback everyone wants, but the Crimson Tide needs. Have you been following along? Subscribe to the channel before the news. College football recruiting is often a battle of speeches, promises and visions of the future. But when the Alabama Crimson Tide entered the race for Albert Hill 4, the approach was different, direct, genuine, and with a clear goal. Hill, a four-star cornerback in the class of 2026, is not only a rising talent, but a player who symbolizes exactly what Coach Kalen DeBoer seeks in shaping the team's future. For Hill, Alabama has always been a distant dream, a school associated with excellence and a reputation for being big, bad, Bama. And while he already had more than 30 offers from elite programs like Ohio State, Michigan and Notre Dame, he knew nothing could top the prestige of Tuscaloosa. However, getting the Crimson Tide's attention wouldn't be easy. Unlike other schools that had reached out to him, Alabama required Hill to prove himself. And he accepted the challenge. Recruiting camp was the opportunity Hill needed to show why he belonged with the Crimson Tide. His performance not only secured the coveted offer, but also put him at the top of the program's wish list for 2026. Coach, Maurice Linguist, was like, "This is an Alabama guy. This is an SEC cornerback," recalls Albert Hill 3, the athlete's father. What makes Albert Hill 4 special is not only his natural talent, but his mindset. He stands out for his ability to impact the game even when the ball is not in his direction. "I always find a way to make a play," Hill explains, describing his relentless approach and instincts that transcend traditional metrics. That work ethic, combined with an unmatched passion for the game, sets him apart as a true next-generation talent. The relationship between Hill and Alabama has been built on sincerity and mutual respect. From their initial contact in the spring of 2023 to their visit to the Crimson Tide's win over Georgia, the program has made it clear that they see Hill as a future star. More than just words, the Alabama speech was about authenticity. "They just came out and were honest with us," Albert Hill 3 said. It wasn't even a speech. It was just a real, genuine conversation about what the plan would be for him if he decided to come to Alabama. That genuine tone is a reflection of the philosophy of Kalen DeBoer and his coaching staff. Alabama isn't just looking to recruit top talent, it's building a program where players know they'll make an immediate and meaningful impact. Defensive coach Maurice Linguist and general manager Courtney Morgan have excelled in communicating that vision to Hill and his family, emphasizing that he's more than just a piece on the board, he's an essential part of the Crimson Tide's plan for success. Still, Hill's decision is far from simple. While Alabama is very high on Hill's list, other powerhouses like Oregon, Ohio State, USC, Penn State and Michigan are also fiercely competing for his signature. With the decision expected in June, Hill has time to weigh his options, but Alabama's impact is already clear. For a player who grew up dreaming of being part of an elite program, the sincerity and respect shown by the Crimson Tide speaks volumes. Albert Hill IV's recruitment is more than a battle for elite talent, is a reflection of Alabama's commitment to maintaining its status as a great in college football. The program doesn't just attract the best players, it molds leaders, builds lasting relationships, and gives athletes a platform to reach the pinnacle of their careers. As Hill ponders his decision, DeBoer's message resonates: "I want you here. I want you here with me." That sincerity, coupled with Alabama's excellence, could be the deciding factor that seals Albert Hill IV's future in Tuscaloosa, where he will have the chance to not only be a great player, but to become part of the Crimson Tide's rich tradition. In the end, I want your feedback. Ryan Williams redefines the NIL space at Alabama with a focus on brand building and long-term relationships. While many players get caught up in the immediate pursuit of financial gain, Williams brings a visionary approach rooted in self-interest, authenticity, and building strong relationships. Nil deals, initially designed to give college athletes the opportunity to monetize their personal brands, often stray from that purpose, falling into a dynamic of quick, superficial financial transactions. However, Williams offers a valuable counterpoint. In his recent interview with On3 Sports, he shared advice that resonates not only as practical guidance, but as a philosophy for college athletes looking to build something bigger than just a bank balance. If you have an interest in something, go pursue it because you never know what you might get out of it, Williams said. This seemingly simple piece of advice carries profound meaning in the context of NIL. Not only has Williams identified brands that reflect his interests, such as Hollister and Uber Eats, but he has also ensured that his partnerships are genuine and aligned with his identity. His collaboration with Hollister, where he modeled for a new athletic line, exemplifies how he has combined his passion for fashion with his position as an athlete. The influence of Jalen Milroe, a former teammate and also a key figure in shaping his mindset, is evident. Milroe, known for his determination to pursue diverse interests, inspired Williams to take a proactive approach to the NIL space. "That's when I learned, if you're really interested in something, go for it, Williams said. More than just practical advice, this lesson reflects an attitude that transcends sports, highlighting the importance of initiative and purpose. Another key to Williams' vision is building long-term relationships. He stressed that NIL deals should not be just one-off transactions, but rather sustainable partnerships that provide ongoing value for both parties. "It's about building not just a short-term relationship, but a relationship that you want to maintain," he explained, citing the loyalty of figures like Malachi Moore and Jalen Milroe, who have remained at Alabama for years. This approach reinforces the notion that the NIL space is not just a tool for immediate financial gain, but an opportunity to build a personal brand with purpose and longevity. In the context of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Williams is not only a star on the field, but also a leader off it. His ability to see beyond the game and embrace the business side of college football reflects the sport's evolution toward a more professional model. For athletes in elite programs like Kalen DeBoer's, Williams' approach serves as a roadmap for balancing athletic performance with personal brand building. Whether modeling for Hollister or establishing relationships with high-profile brands like Uber Eats, Williams demonstrates that success in the NIL space requires more than athletic talent. It requires vision, authenticity, and a long-term mindset. He is showing that the future of college football lies not just in on-field statistics, but also in the ability of athletes to leverage their platforms in meaningful ways. Ryan Williams' impact at Alabama goes beyond touchdowns and receiving yards. He's leading by example, proving that NIL businesses can be an extension of an athlete's character, passions, and vision. In a landscape that often prioritizes immediate gains, Williams is proof that investing in genuine interests and lasting relationships can be the key to truly sustainable success. Let's keep going. With the return of Jason Jones to the Bama coaching staff, the tradition of Bama continues to grow. With Kalen DeBoer, the addition of Jones as an assistant defensive coach represents more than just a hire. It's a strategic move to revitalize and solidify a defensive unit that has historically been a cornerstone of the program's success. Jason Jones is no stranger to Tuscaloosa. His career began at Alabama, where he served as a graduate assistant from 2003 to 2004. Since then, he has built a successful career at several high-profile universities, including stints at Ole Miss, Indiana, Oklahoma State and, most recently, North Carolina. At each stop, Jones has made his mark by developing talented players and building stout defenses, traits that have made him one of the most respected coaches in college football. At North Carolina, Jones has once again shown his ability to turn potential into results. Under his guidance, Elijah Huzzie has earned All-ACC honors in back-to-back seasons, and the Tar Heels defense has recorded 12 interceptions in 2024, the team's highest total since 2019. Those numbers reflect Jones' ability to maximize the performance of his units, something that will be extremely valuable for the Crimson Tide as they look to rebuild defensively after up-and-down seasons. For Kalen DeBoer, bringing Jones back is not just a coaching decision, but a strategic one. It's great to have Jason back at Alabama. His proven success with defenses and his knowledge of the college system will make a significant impact on our defense, DeBoer said. That confidence is shared by many who have followed Jones' career, as he has mentored multiple semi-finalists for the Jim Thorpe Award, one of the most prestigious awards for defensive players in college football. Jones' experience working with secondary teams and entire defensive units comes at a crucial time for Alabama. While the Crimson Tide defense has shown flashes of dominance in recent seasons, consistency has been a challenge. With Jones on board, the team is expected to once again establish a defensive identity that intimidates opponents and complements the dynamic offense led by DeBoer. In addition to his technical prowess, Jason Jones' return to Alabama carries emotional significance. As a former player and assistant coach at the university, he expressed excitement about returning to the place where his career began. "The University of Alabama and Tuscaloosa are special places for me. Coming home and coaching in my alma mater is a blessing," Jones said, noting the pride he feels in contributing to the success of a program that means so much to him. Alabama's defense has always been a central element in its quest for championships, and Jones' arrival reinforces that tradition. His ability to develop players, adjust tactics, and lead defensive units is exactly what the Crimson Tide needs to get back on top. And with an experienced coach like Kalen DeBoer at the helm, this partnership promises to pay off both on the field and in recruiting. As Alabama prepares for another championship run, the arrival of Jason Jones serves as a reminder that the program remains committed to excellence. Let's get to it. And speaking of Milroe, the quarterback who divided opinions in Tuscaloosa is now attracting the attention of one of the NFL's most traditional franchises, the Pittsburgh Steelers, who, under the command of Mike Tomlin, are looking for a new direction for their quarterback position. Milroe is not an unknown name. Since taking over the position at Alabama, he has shown flashes of brilliance mixed with moments of inconsistency. It is this mix that makes him polarizing, but also irresistibly intriguing to NFL teams that look beyond the raw statistics. The player's evolution in the Crimson Tide's offensive command, especially in a season marked by changes in the coaching staff, has shown resilience and potential, two characteristics that professional franchises value. Milroe's performance in the 2024 season reflects a player in transition. He accumulated 2,844 passing yards, 16 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. The turnovers, without a doubt, raise questions. However, his unique athletic ability, exemplified by 726 rushing yards and an impressive 20 rushing touchdowns, highlights a player who is more than just a passer. He is, first and foremost, a playmaker, capable of turning adversity into opportunity. That skill set has caught the attention of Mike Tomlin and his staff, who are keen to evaluate Milroe closely during the Senior Bowl. With the Steelers facing uncertainty at their quarterback position, the possibility of drafting a raw but high-potential talent like Milroe is a calculated risk that could pay off. Pittsburgh, which currently holds the 21st pick in the draft, will have the opportunity to evaluate the player directly and decide if he is the right fit to lead the franchise into a new era. It is important to note that the NFL is a game of projections. Few players enter the league completely ready, and the ability to adapt and learn is just as valuable as natural talent. For Milroe, the transition from Nick Saban to Kalen DeBoer has brought challenges, but it has also shown his ability to deal with adversity. That experience could be crucial to dealing with the pressure and complexity of being a starting quarterback in the NFL. Still, there are critics. Some Steelers fans have expressed skepticism about the idea of drafting Milroe. Some fans see him as a high-ceiling, low-floor prospect, a prospect who, if developed correctly, can reach elite levels, but whose margin for error early on could cost him dearly. This polarization is common when it comes to quarterbacks who possess exceptional physical tools but still need to polish fundamental aspects of their game, such as reading defenses and consistency in pressure situations. The timing for Milroe is critical. The Senior Bowl, where he will have the chance to work directly with NFL coaches and scouts, will be a showcase for him to prove that he is more than just a physical prospect. He will have the opportunity to demonstrate leadership, tactical intelligence, and the ability to absorb new concepts, traits that often weigh more heavily than statistics in a professional evaluation. For Alabama, seeing Jalen Milroe rise to the next level is a reflection of the program's consistent work in preparing its players for the NFL. Under Kalen DeBoer, the Crimson Tide continues to be one of the biggest talent factories in college football. Even in a season of ups and downs, the foundation that Alabama provides for its players is unquestionable, and Milroe is yet another example of that. As Milroe's stock continues to rise, he carries with him the hopes of a fan base that has seen his evolution firsthand and understands that challenges are part of the journey. For the Steelers, he represents a bold move, but one with the potential to be a game-changer. And for Alabama, he is further proof that, even in transition, the program continues to shape the future of football. Let me hear your thoughts now.